This is Colin King. I am at John and Sarah Wellenbrock residence at 7221 Olympic Drive, Everett. I'm going to come back on this thing about 75 feet out, just above the sewer main in the street. I'll be coming back through and demonstrating there's a bit of a sag, a couple different sags. One is the area that is beneath the large evergreen trees out front. It's a minimal sag, and then just past that, between the evergreen trees and about halfway down the sloping garage or sloping driveway, concrete driveway, is a pretty good sag. It's the section of pipe from about 35 feet to 15 feet as I measure from the house. You'll see the clicker going back as we go, the length going back as we go, and I'll try to explain it as I go. So we're coming back now. This line is in decent shape and poor condition. In other words, it's still cylinder-like and round, yet you can see in the bottom there's a bit of a trough cut in it. There's a water trough, and that's just where the water has eroded the concrete. So it's just cutting a trough. So this held water isn't necessarily a sag, it's more of just a trough that's been cut in the bottom of the pipe. So we're coming back at 80 feet. Oh, we were maybe at 85 feet when I started. Sorry about that. But you can see the thing that we're at 75, 70. Good pipe. Again, this pipe is in good shape, poor condition. You can see the aggregate where most of the smooth concrete has been washed away, as well as a trough, about an inch and a half wide trough between the 2 points of aggregate that is a channel for water right now. That trough will actually cause you problems in the future, as it'll wear itself through and then crack and allow fluid out the bottom of the pipe, which then begins to create the next sag by erosion outside the tank. So here we are at 59 feet. We've just turned a corner. I think we're out of the 6-inch into some 4-inch. Couple turns. Now we're going to start hitting a little bit of held water. This is the other sag I was talking about 60 feet back. We'll go slowly through this. Anytime there's water, of course, there's a sag. There's a dip in the pipe that's holding water. You can see it's just the section here it's a little deeper than the trough, but not a real deal breaker, but indicative of a sag beginning to occur, likely from that trough. And that's also the point where those three great big trees that didn't exist when this was put in, but exist now and have grown in mass and weight, and of course in downward pressure. Here we are. Now we're at 38 feet. This is the area of concern, of immediate concern, and probably the area that is causing the problems. The most recent backup was likely caused from this. The water is deep and then slow moving. When you flush a toilet, it hits about half water and kind of slows its way through here. And with the luck of the draw, you probably get through there most of the times, and at times you don't, depending on what has been flushed. So here we go from 37. This will go from about 36 feet, 38 feet to, there's some dry. We're in dry again. Now we're going to go back into the fluid here at 30. Here we're back into there. You can see where the things have slowed. There's more debris in this area than in any other area of the pipe. Here, of course. Yeah. This is the slow part of pipe. You can see the result of that as we come through. So that part of from 15 to 38 is an area of concern for me, and I'm coming back. I started this counter right at where the house meets the steel pipe that's underneath the house. So the feet you're looking at are all concrete length. We're going to come right back at 0 and be moving into steel pipe and then come back under the house. Okay, this is just outside the house. I believe there's a clean out there in the driveway. And there might even be an additional line coming in here. As you see, it looks like we're coming into the side of a line. That area is probably more than one line coming together, something from the kitchen or something. And now we're in steel. So that steel pipe goes out and meets right here, goes out and meets a concrete pipe going across the front there. Okay, so there we go. My suggestion on this is going to be what I call a structural repair. A structural repair, in my terminology, is where you can actually put your hands on the pipe. There's a needed excavation about along the top of that driveway, the midpoint of the driveway up past the top of the driveway, to pull that sag out. And from there, I would then suggest a liner from there to the 80-foot mark out near the street. So about probably 45 feet of liner and 20 feet or 15 to 20 feet of actual structural repair, and then maybe run a cleaner or a liner back towards the house as well. Just you're that far along and that far in, you might as well give the next person a brand new pipe. All right, thank you.